Hello, welcome to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong, and I have a feeling my sentimentality for characters may have gotten me in trouble again here. We'll see. But kindly Ching thinks. I'm gonna return to Heoi. The trip from Shek Hip Mei back to Heoi is quiet as you process the information revealed by the plastic-faced man. Prosperity is a name. Two names, actually. One is a secret project Raymond was working on before he left for Seattle. The other is the corporate headquarters of Sang Mechanical Services, and Prosperity Tower is where Black is being held alive. It's also where his memory is in the process of being reprogrammed by his mother, and time is ticking. Plastic-faced man proved surprisingly amenable and quite useful. Perhaps that's why you let him go. The next up is kindly Chang. She'll want to hear this, although you may leave out the part about letting him go. She'll figure it out eventually. Okay. I'm wondering about the people who played this and were facing Gaichu the first time and decided to kill him because ghoul. And then wonder for the rest of the game what that empty room in the bottom of the hold with Ractor was supposed to be for. Okay. I have not gotten a karma reward yet. Ooh, no! I got a serious karma reward. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. When did I get that? I can increase this, which will put me up to 100 hit points for one thing. I can do this, which puts me up to there. I think we'll do that. Yep, we are now maxed out on our body, unless we get better cyberware. You step out of the MTR station into the balmy night air. An impenetrable wall of clouds, heavy with imminent rain, has blown in from the south. It covers the stars, causing them to wink out one by one. You can smell something on the air, something electric. The wind whips around you, and the clouds begin moving in thick gray scale swirl. Spiral builds and grows, shimmering with faint amber light. As you watch the clouds roll in the sky, the sounds of the city retreat. A bubble of soft white noise replaces them, wrapping around your head and reflecting your own heartbeat back on you. You look down from the clouds to see the lights of the docks dancing in a warm, saturated bloom. Enjoy the stillness. Take a trid shot with your PDA? Sure. You raise your wrist to capture the view with your PDA's built-in camera. The image swirls to focus on the machine's tiny screen as the camera's lens adjusts to the light. That's the first twinge, when the first twinge tickles your chest. Lets you know that something's coming. Ooh, okay. A moment later, you feel an incredible tightness in your chest. It feels like your heart is being crushed under the foot of a giant. Your vision goes gray, and your sense of balance disappears. Gradually, blood rushes in to refill the organ, inflating it like a balloon. Try to catch your breath. You gasp for air. It does not come. Your breath shallows out, thins, making you gasp like a suffocating fish. Your chest contracts again and again as you struggle to bring in breath. You stumble forward, and every cell in your body seems to vibrate. The energy thrums inside of you, pulsating, building to an unbearable crescendo, and then you're on the other side of it. You find yourself standing in a familiar courtyard. The walled city. You're back in the walled city, just like in your dreams. You can taste the stench of the place, the mildew and the plaster and wet dog stink of the slum. Oh, what the? The crumbling facades of a tenement buildings lean into one another above you, closing in on either side and creating a narrow walkway. Just like in your dream, there's nowhere else to go, nowhere but forward, down the path ahead. Start walking or or stay where I am. Let's start walking. You let your legs carry you forward. You feel a creeping sense of certainty in the back of your mind. It tells you that you've taken the same walk hundreds of times before. The sense of claustrophobia mounts and builds with every step you take. It feels like you're worming your way forward down a long, dark tunnel. The humidity of the place sticks to your skin. As you proceed deeper into the walled city, a low rumble fills the air. The noise of enormous gears in motion. You feel hollow, empty. With every step you take, you can feel that emptiness growing, an unbearable yearning for unlike any hunger you've ever known. Turn back the way you came. You turn around and head back the way you came. Nothing stops you. You close your eyes and breathe a sigh of relief. When you open them again, you find yourself moving deeper into the walled city. You don't remember turning around. You certainly never chose to, but you're back on the path you started on, following the trail, just like you did in your dreams, just as you always have. Off in the distance, an alien silhouette beckons to you. It's her, the tall, slender thing from your dreams, the elusive figure that you've always been moving toward, but could never quite reach. A crowd of locals lines the path ahead, kneeling in supplication. They look emaciated, all skin and bones, clotted both head to toe in dirty rags. Examine the kneeling figures. Remember what we said before? A step backward is a step forward. You stare at the nearest of the kneeling figures, a wiry man in his late 20s. He locks eyes with you. Slowly, his mouth yawns open. See if there's any notes we have on this. We do not. The man has no teeth. They've been pulled. And recently, from the looks of it, his gums are bloody, pitted mess. As you stare into the black void of his mouth, his tongue comes lolling out. It looks like it was caught in an industrial accident. A swollen, twisted slab of meat. The corners of the young man's mouth twitch upward into a ghastly smile. What happened to you? The man with the ruined tongue doesn't respond. He kneels in silence, staring, as your feet carry you past him. Seconds later, he fades from view. Your legs carry you deeper and deeper into the beating heart of the tenement. If you haven't reached the center yet, you must be close. It's incredibly hot and humid in here. The sweat rolls down your body in sheets. Your thoughts go hazy with the heat, and the dim sense of unease takes root in the pit of your stomach. Focus on the uneasy feeling. You try to concentrate on the unease that you're feeling, but you find it impossible to focus. The omnipresent sound of grinding gears isn't helping. I should have been upping my willpower, it seems. Looking up, you can see where the noise is coming from, a hatch. The same door you saw in your nightmare back when all of this began. The markings on the door are legible now. A single word in faded yellow paint. Prosperity. Suddenly, impossibly, the alien figure that you've been moving toward is standing right in front of you. At the same time, your vision clears and ice water runs through your veins. The walled city isn't a slum at all. It's an enormous, gaping maw, and the buildings are a forest of crooked teeth. The thing reaches for you. With inhuman speed and grace, it plunges fingers of polished ivory into your mouth. Slowly, terribly, it begins to wrench your jaw open. You can feel your teeth splinter and break, and I'm back here. Rough fingers on your shoulder snap you back to reality. The hand clenches you into a vice-like grip and yanks you backward off of your feet. You come crashing down onto the floor of the Heioi MTR station. You can feel a rush of wind just in front of you, a passing train. What is wrong with you, Noel? Strangler Bao eyes you coolly. Auntie Ching's lost too many runners already. Besides, there are cleaner ways to end your life than jumping in front of a train. That wasn't a suicide attempt, asshole. I was under magical attack. He grunts, turns his back on you. Whatever. Now get back up and back to that floating wreck that you sleep in. We gained 3. So, a little bit more willpower, I think, cannot go amiss after that. I mean, we won't get to 6. There we go. Go to the Mahjong parlor. I have a feeling in the end 6 won't be quite enough. Had the wrong bioware to resist it. Not enough biotech. The walk through the mahjong parlor is punctuated by a tantalizing smell of coconut and fried confection. Your crew surrounds Kindly Cheng, watching uncomfortably as she peels small egg-shaped delicacies from a waffle-like pastry and pops them into her mouth. Each time she does so, her eyes close in ecstasy and a soft sound comes from her throat. There you are, Noel. Your crew here tells me that you were able to locate and interrogate the plastic-faced man. The straws, um, Sandal's eyes narrow and her rusty voice takes on a jagged edge. They haven't told me his current disposition, however. I assume everything went as I instructed. I let him walk away. Kindly Cheng folds her hands and her face becomes perfectly still. 10 seconds go by. When she speaks again, her voice is calm. I thought it was clear that I wanted him dead. His memory... You were clear, Auntie. He was accommodating, and I chose to reward him for it. Her stiff eyebrows rise. He'd better have been pretty damn accommodating for you to disobey me. She pops an egg pastry into her mouth. I trust you got something useful out of him. We got plenty. He gave us a data dump on everything he knew about Prosperity Tower. First-hand info. Josephine's headquarters. That could be useful, I suppose. What do you intend on doing with it? We're going to rescue Raymond. He's alive, Auntie, just like I said he was. Josephine's holding him in there. She's doing something to his brain. Something to his brain? She takes another bite of her pastry. What is that old bitch up to now? Based on the memory that Mr. Plastic showed us, it looks like she's trying to rewrite her son's memories, using something called ASSIST, Artificial Sensory Induction Systems technology. It allows the user to record, process, and feed synthetic sensory input to the brain. Like a Simpsons chip. Like a Simpsons. I can't do her voice very well. Yes, Auntie. It's the technology that led to Simpsons. It's also what allows Deckers to enter the Matrix, and grants riggers a neural connection to their drones. An expert assist technician could alter someone's personality, memory, even identity. I'm guessing experts like that don't grow on trees. Definitely not. Changing someone's memories requires a world-class expert in assist and a massive amount of computing power. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing to him, but I'm guessing that his mom wants him to forget something, or to remember it differently, maybe. And we've got to get to Raymond before he isn't Raymond anymore. That means a run on Prosperity Tower. Isabel and I have been studying the data the plastic-faced man gave us about it. Lots of good intel to mine there. Talk to me about the security setup. How do we get to Raymond? The key to this operation are the 3 security stations located on different floors. The matrix systems in these security stations and the command control hubs are for the elite building's security. As such, they're the best place to find out where Raymond Black is being held. And that's all we've got on his location? All we know is that he's being held somewhere called Lab 12. But where that is or how to get in there is something we will need to figure out on site. If things go hostile, the best thing to do is get to an alarm panel or a matrix security node and shut things down. If we're noticed, we'll have a brief window to cut the link to the alarm system. If we do that, it will isolate the whole floor from the security system. The rest of the building won't know what's happening there. If the alarm goes off and we cut the link to the alarm system, we could spoof the system. Tell it we've moved on to another location. That might work once or twice, but if we spoof too many alarms, they'll figure it out. How long is this brief window to cut the alarm? Maybe 30 seconds, maybe less. If the network isn't cluttered with traffic, it's there as a fail-safe so security doesn't stampede all over the building if a janitor forgets to close the door. What about guards? Quantity? Training? Standard corp security for the most part, but Sang has a rapid response squad for high-priority events. That would be us. Is Comet right? Do you think an intrusion into Lab 12 would qualify as a high-priority event? Judging by the way Grandma Sang took out Carter, Gutshot, and Nightjar, I'd say she isn't interested in anyone getting anywhere near her son. Expect to face Sang's elite security once we find him. What else do we have on the security stations themselves? Staffing? Weaknesses? Only one thing worth mentioning. Isabel looks over to Wu. The only way into the security station is with a key card, and guards on each floor carry a card to the station on that floor. So we can get a card by taking them out, but there may be other ways of getting key cards. Like I said, the security stations are the key to this operation. They provide multiple opportunities to exploit the system and determine how to approach the rest of our incursion. Go as quiet as possible until we have no choice. We don't need an entire building full of security on us. Roger that. We'll be quiet as rats. I see what you did there. So which station do we hit first? No way to know. We'll need to take one of them and use it to determine our next step. It's like we have directions to go find a map. That's all I need to know about security. Let's hope it's enough to give us an edge. How do we make our approach? Fortunately, Prosperity Tower is one of Seng's lower security locations. It's mostly administrative, marketing, that sort of thing. That's good. Mr. Bao, give the runners those old Seng security passes you used on that hijacking last year. Yes, Mrs. Chang. They'll get them. The passes should get you through the lobby. The Triad boss pokes a fingernail between her teeth and dislodges a piece of pastry. You'll still have to explain your presence, Noel, so don't expect to just walk on through. What about that junk data you held on to after Wu Jing run, Isabel? Anything in there we can use? Good thinking, and I'm already ahead of you. I scoured the leftover Wu Jing's paperwork and found a way to change our status to special couriers. We could use that to pose as third-party Wu Jing users. The third-party Wu Jing uses to deliver important packages. That'll work for a while, but we can't expect to stay in cover for long. One way or another, things are going to get hot. Loading dock sounds like just the edge we need. Let's do it. Okay, I'll get us booked into the Sang system and print off some matching papers. We'll need a van to make it look legit. Bow. Consider it done. How do we stop this assist thing from rewiring Raymond? All we know is that an assist device is located in Lab 12. It's the only one in the building. Now, I doubt that Grandma will just hand over passcodes to her system if we ask nicely. So we'll need a Decker to access the assist device and eject him from the system safely before she scrambles his brain. Got it. What does the Decker need to do to eject him safely? Like I said, we don't know. We're going to have to improvise, figure out when we get there. That's all I need to know. One other thing, while I was helping Duncan verify as much of this data as I could, I decided to collect our marker with Bull and his team of runners. Good call. We need all the help we can get. Looks up at you, eyes big and round. Yeah, no kidding. Turns out Bull and our runner friends hit Sang a few months back. Low rent, smash and grab for another core. But they got a quick scan of the building's matrix security before they rabbited it. They gave us data flags that pinpoint where the security nodes are located inside of Sang's system. So when we jack into a security system, we'll be able to make a direct attack on the security node. That could just buy us the seconds we need to cut the alarm link. Oh, nice work. Kylie cuts in, licking her fingers without smacking. One more thing, Noel. While you're in her headquarters looking for anything we can use to incriminate or embarrass Josephine Sang. I want dirt, something I can feed to an acquaintance on Executive Council, someone who stands to gain from it. Does this dirt come with a cash bonus? She pops another egg treat into her mouth and her eyes close tight with pleasure. Of course, my sweet, of course. Now go enjoy Prosperity Tower. She smiles wolfishly. And give Josephine Sang my regards. Oh, I got more karma. Could I increase my willpower again? I can. And given what's coming up, I think that's actually a good idea. I mean, I could increase the strength, or no, actually I can't. I could save up for it though, but I want to be a little bit better protected against magical attacks. Okay, how much time? Because this is going to be the last video today. Oh, 4 minutes. Okay, so what we're going to do for the last little bit of this is, well, first, I'm going to go ahead and trade out something on the stash. We're going to have to talk to a lot of people. But I do want to do one more thing before I do anything. There's one unread message. I'll deal with that later. I'm not going to do any reading of things just yet. I'm just going to go buy something. So we're going to wear this. It's worth nothing. That's worth nothing. I don't know why I have a copy of Isabel's deck. I have no idea how that happened. It's not a major thing that we're going to go buy. It's kind of a minor upgrade. And in theory, I probably should save the money to get better cyberware. In fact, I might. See, this is Opti's closed. Well, everybody's still here. Let's take a look. Oh, you don't have anything new to say. Outfits. Okay. That is 2,850. If I sell this, it's 5 seconds when hacking blocker ice. And this. If I take away this, don't have enough. I will have to get new armor if I do this. Yep. Confirm. And there we have it. Noelle is armored up to the gills. Human refugee, triad enforcer. That'll be people we will talk to next time. For now, I'm going to take a look at the outfit closer up. Look like those things from the Deus Ex Invisible War thing. That looks a little bit creepy. Okay, but save. And here we go. See you in the next video. Bye. I might as well do this.